Hello everyone, Jacobite here. Welcome back to West of Loathing. Now today we're here to get that train as Norton, after giving us his lovely anti virus, has absconded with the train and just gone clear off the tracks, clear off the rails. So we're gonna go ahead and follow the signs. You jump onto Stable's back and ride like the wind, following the railroad tracks back into the desert. When you finally catch up, you stand up on Stable's saddle and leap onto the back of the train like a regal badass, just barely catching the edge of the roof and pulling yourself up. Here's hoping you don't have to do that again. Your stuntman could have been killed. You stuntman. Looks like Gary decided not to join you on account of not having a stuntman, so you're on your own until you get back to Frisco. That's alright. I have Buffalo Bill. I stole this train fair and square. I'm feeling neither fair nor square. Nah. What's this? Keys. Oh, Safe Kraken 5. Oh man, I don't have Safe Kraken 5. How far away am I from Safe Kraken 5? That's gotta be a really far... I mean, I might be able to, but that would be foregoing anything else that I would want to be spending points on, like, you know... If I wanted to do Dickerin or any of my combat skills. We'll do Safe Kraken 3. Yeah, 2,000 experience. Yeah, that ain't happening. That is not happening. Let's look and see what we got here. Pain tolerance. What's giving me AP? Isn't that gumption? That just gives me speed. Let's do the fan hammer. Yeah, let's do fan hammer, and then I have not done my snake whip in forever. So we'll do one on that, and then one on deploy snake to summon a snake tween. Cool. How tough is this guy? Part of me, I stole this train fair and square, and I'm not giving it back. I have a feeling this is going to be way stronger than I can handle. Or not. Emperor Norton? Yeah, sit down. I've had just about enough of you. Oh, well, you've kicked this whole Norton problem down the road a ways. I mean, down the train a ways. I mean, he ran a ways further down the roof of the train. Hooray. Oh, good. Somebody has built a rickety-ass bridge between these train cars. This is all safe and not panic-inducing at all. Alright, so these guys look angry and confused. Versus what? If I just go across? What's the... Oh, these guys are so preoccupied with the door to the rear of the car that they don't notice you prowling around behind them. The one in the back has a shiny key attached to its belt. That must be the key to the dining car because it has dining car stamped into it in big letters big enough to read from here. I'll grab the key. You creep out behind and snatch the key. The burglar has become the burglary. Indeed. Alright, I almost want to attack these guys to just take whatever they had, though. So let's go ahead and ambush them. Got the jump on them. How bad are these guys? Oh my gosh, these guys are terrible. Alright, let's shoot Nammy. See if we get any. Wow. I shot the same spot like 3 times. And Powie you. And these guys were, I don't know what kind of goons these were, but they weren't very good ones. 180 experience, that's definitely worth it. Nice flowers. You've never wanted anything more in your life than you do to lift this up and see what's underneath it. But you're not sure you can muster the amount of culinary expertise it requires to properly reveal a dish of such presumed quality. Do it. Et voila! Oh, it's just a cream pie? Shaving cream? What kind of lunatics are running the food service on this train? Shaving cream pie. This is no good to eat, but it's very aerodynamic. Yuck. This table looks like it got jostled around in some kind of scuffle, but the flowers are still standing. This table didn't deserve flowers. Nice flowers. The door between the dining car and the sleeper car is welded shut. Oh, that's not very good. There's Norton. You've got a clear shot at him from here if you want to throw that pie at him. Sure. Curses! Ha ha. Ha ha. Uh-oh. Who is this guy hanging out on the top of a moving train with a knife? I'll come back to you. The note says, I've hidden the key to the forward passenger car in my luggage to make it easier for me to murder everyone in the sleeper car. Sincerely, the train murderer. P.S. Come to the roof of sleeper car in the next 55 minutes if you want a murdering. Crazy. One of these sleeping compartments must belong to the murderer. Maybe it's this first one? You open the door to the first passenger compartment. The sole occupant is a little boy about 10 years old wearing a blue suit and knickerbockers. Oh, hello, sir. Is something wrong? No, nothing you need to worry about, kid. I'm on the trail of a bad guy. Do you mean a murderer, sir? I'm pretty sure there's one on this train and they don't call me the world's greatest detective for nothing. What's your name, kid? I probably shouldn't say, sir. There might be a copyright thing. You right. Well, I'm pretty sure I can handle this. Just let me ask you one question and then you should lock your door after I'm gone. I understand, sir. What would you like to know? Are you on the roof of the train? Excuse me? The murderer left a note saying he's on the roof of the train. Are you? No, sir. I am in my passenger compartment. Right, good. That'll be all. What? You open the door to the second passenger compartment and look inside. There's a portly man in a dapper gray suit with a tiny, meticulously waxed mustache and not, I'd like to clarify, an enormously bushy one. Excusez-moi, is there some way I might be of assistance, monsieur? Well, sorry to bother you, but there's a murderer on the loose and I'm checking the passenger compartments. Sacre bleu! This is very serious, mon ami. Allow me to proffer to you the use of my little gray cells. I don't know what that means. I don't know what that means, but no thank you. Let me just ask you one question. Why, certainly, I am at your service. Are you on the roof of the train? The roof of the train, monsieur? Right now? That's right. None. I am here in conversation with you. Good. That is all. He closes the door. You open the door to the third passenger compartment and find nobody inside. Since the note from the murderer said he was going to be on the roof of the train, that means he couldn't be in his passenger compartment. And since there's no one inside this passenger compartment, whoever the compartment belongs to can only, by process of elimination, be on the roof. Which means the person who rented this compartment must be the murderer. Probably. The only clue you find in here is a luggage ticket, though it has a number 3 on it. The only passenger in this compartment is a middle-aged woman who is writing something in a notebook. She looks up as you enter and greets you with a friendly northeastern accent. Why, hello, is there something you need, dear? Sorry to bother you, ma'am, and I don't want to alarm you, but there's a murderer on board the train and I'm investigating. A murderer on a train? My goodness, that would be a wonderful premise for my next novel. Sure, why not? Anyway, I just need to ask you one question. Go right ahead, dear. According to my evidence, the murderer is on the roof of the train. Are you on the roof of the train? No? No, dear. Alright, thank you for your time. Would you like a meat pie? They're homemade. No thanks. Just have a look at this playing card before you go. Goodbye. You find bag number 3 and it's the key to the forward passenger car inside. That's very strong corroborating evidence for your theory of who the murderer is. Alright, well let's go up here and deal with him anyway. I got the jump on him. 78 damage. Yeah, this guy doesn't have a prayer. He brought a knife to a 1-on-2 gunfight. Yep, you put an end to the train murderer's reign of murder. You rifle through his pockets, they're empty except for his luggage tag. Turns out his tag is number 3. Yes, we knew it would be. Whoa, mind the gap. Alright, unlock the door. You finally make it to the passenger car, 1 car back from the locomotive, which may be confusing if you thought locomotive meant the entire train, so I could just say the engine, except that also refers to the engine itself, that is the actual steam engine that makes the train go, and not just the frontmost part of the car of the train. Anyway, you're in the passenger car. Suddenly, Norton clambers in the window. He must have dramatically clung to the side of the train in order to reveal at the last minute that he hadn't actually been defeated. Dang it! He runs into the frontmost car of the train and locks the door. What a jerk. Maybe you could get some of the passengers to help break the door down and arrest him. Or maybe you could just kick the door down and shoot him until he can't bother anybody anymore. Up to you. This guy is totally franticking, which is a word I just made up that means ranting in a frantic panic. Everyone else is ignoring him as hard as they can. Hey, buddy, you okay? It's all a lie. We're never gonna get to Frisco. Frisco probably doesn't even exist. They've been testing to see how long we can survive on complimentary peanuts and bottled water. And now they're driving us to the desert to some kind of government camp. They're gonna use our organs to fuel alien flying machines. I'm gonna use percussive maintenance. Whap, whap, whap. What? Sorry. Guess I lost it there for a second. Feel better? He rubs his jaw. Well, yes and no. Listen, we're gonna get to Frisco, but first we gotta bust into the locomotive up front and arrest a crazy guy. I need some volunteers. Okay, I'm in. If I have to sit here doing nothing for much longer, I'll probably flip out again. Cool. This one just ignores you. This professional looking guy is frowning at a sheet of paper and is occasionally scribbling it on it with a pencil and then erasing what he wrote. Excuse me, can you help me with something? Sorry, I'm busy. Ask my wife. Oh, my daughter. God knows she could use to do something to keep her occupied. What are you working on? It's quite academic, I'm sure you wouldn't understand. Try me. If you must know, I'm a scholar of foreign antiquities. I'm attempting to resolve this ancient conundrum from the Far East. He shows you a sheet of paper covered with little boxes, some of which have numbers in them. Oh, that's a Sudoku. My little brother thinks they're for babies. What? Look, this box can't be a 3 or a 7 because you've got those there and there. So it has to be a 4, which means it's 5 here and 9 here. And if that's a 9, then this can't be, so it's a 7 and this one's a 2. You quickly fill in the rest of the puzzle. Well, damn it, what fun is it if you just solve it for me? Sorry. Will you be able for me to break down the door to the engine and arrest the Emperor? Well, I guess I've got nothing better to do now. Cool. This woman is focused on her knitting and ignoring the general commotion. She must have been knitting the whole trip because the scarf she's made could accommodate a whole marching band. Excuse me, ma'am. Whatever it is, I want no part of it. I keep myself to myself. And I've no desire to get involved, thank you very much. Well, come on, this is important. A crazy guy stole the train, and I need help arresting him or you'll never get to Frisco. I'm sure everything will sort itself out in the end, and in the meantime, I have plenty of wool. Hornswoggle in 5. I need 1,000 XP to get her. This overweight man in a 3-piece suit and bowler hat is probably a banker or something. His eyes are closed and his posture is relaxed, but the clench of his jaw betrays his aggravation. Hi, excuse me? Yes, what is it? A crazy jerk calling himself Emperor Norton has hijacked the train, and I need volunteers to help me bust down the door and arrest him. I see. And? And will you help me? No, I'd really rather not. That sounds quite strenuous, perhaps even dangerous. Come on, please. No, I don't think so. I'm quite comfortable here and I prefer to avoid stress. Pretty please. Okay, no, I'm supposed to avoid things that might raise my blood pressure. Pretty please with sugar on top. Sugar is one of those things. Pretty please with gravy on top. Gravy is another. Look, please just leave me alone. Please, 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 please. No. Please, 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 please. No. Please, 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 stop that. Please, 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 please. I said no, stop asking, you're really getting on my nerves. Please, 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 I'll stop asking if you say yes. No, damn it. Please, 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 please. All right, God, fine, I'll help. Just leave me alone. Thanks. Oh, we are the worst. This lady is flipping through a book titled Birds of the Western Territory. Since most of the place is desert, it isn't a very long book. Excuse me, ma'am? Yes? A crazy psycho has taken over the train's engine car, and I need volunteers to help break down the door and arrest him. Oh my, I certainly couldn't be of any help with that. I'm very conflict averse. What if I told you he hates birds and is determined to outlaw them from the territory after he seizes power? That's very sly, but I know you're only saying that because you saw the book I was reading. Yeah, you got me there. Any other ideas to convince me? Suddenly you hear a tapping at the passenger car window. What the? Russell? You open the window and your pet crow Russell flaps in and perches on your shoulder. Hey buddy, good to see you. Ah! Oh my gosh, what a beautiful crow. And he knows you? Oh sure, me and Russell go way back. Right buddy? Caw! I rescued him from a cat when he was just only out of the nest and raised him as a pet. I set him free when I left home recently. But what is he doing here? Has he been following you since then? No. He probably just happened to be flying by and spotted me on the roof of the train and recognized me. Crows are crazy smart like that. That's amazing! Oh, what I wouldn't give to have an avian friend like that. Well, I'm still gonna be doing a lot of traveling after this, I figure, so I can't really drag Russell along with me. But I bet Russell wouldn't mind being pals with a nice lady in Frisco who helped save the train. What do you think, Russ? Russell caws again and flaps over to perch next to the lady. He lightly pecks at her shoulder in a friendly manner. Caw! My goodness, how could I refuse? It's a pleasure to meet you, Russell. My name's Annabelle. Awesome. I'll let you know when we're ready. This man and his daughter is too busy ignoring his daughter to not ignore you. Alright. This little girl is peering out the window of the train, clearly bored out of her mind. Hi there. Busy? No. All my toys and friends are in our luggage, and it's boring and I hate it. Do you want to help me out with something really important? Huh? Like what? Well, a bad guy took over the engine car and I need some people to help me break down the door and arrest him. What? Mister, I'm just a little girl. Hey now, that's not a good attitude. Don't ever let anyone tell you that you can't do anything just because you're a girl. But, okay, yeah, we'll bust that crook's face in. Wow, that's the spirit. But you gotta pay me in advance. Oh geez, you're learning a little too fast. Alright, what do you want? I like animals. Hey, how about I have a large plush owl? Wow, she's great! She takes the owl and gives it a big hug. Okay, mister, say the word and we'll show that jerk what for. I'm not gonna worry about getting hopefully 4 out of 5 should be enough. Or 5 out of 6. Oh, I only needed 3. You pound on the door of the locomotive or engine car or cab or whatever. Open up, Norton. No. All right then, I'm coming in. Oh yeah? You and what army, tough guy? You glance back at the passengers. Me and this army. You and the passengers break down the door very impressively, though it would have been even better if you had some torches and those old-fashioned rakes. Norton has backed up into the corner of the engine compartment next to the engineer, who looks over his shoulder at you and shrugs. So-called Emperor Norton, you're under the arrest for the crime of being a total ass. That's not illegal. It is when I'm in town. Everybody grab him, except you, Mr. Engineer. I can see you're busy driving the train. Right. Actually, if you could turn around and head back to Frisco at this next station, that'd be great. No problem. Ugh, ow, let go. This isn't over. You haven't heard the last of me. Tell it to the judge, Norton. The prison judge. Got him. Oh, man. Well, how was that? On a scale of 1 to 10, would you ride that train again? I don't know if I would. I'll be honest with you. You did it! Thanks, boss! No problem. We got the track laid right up to the station now. The first ever cross-territory railroad thanks to the Manifest Destiny Railroad Company, and principally you. You did a really good job, Wyatt, shooting at me. Aw, shucks, don't mention it. Alright, we have arrived now at Frisco. I wonder what day it is. Now playing the final cutscene. Now that, I believe, can wait. What is Cluncy's? Oh, it's the final spittoon. Well, I'll be a new face. I'm Cluncy. Make yourself at home. Thanks, I'm Wyatt shooting at me. New to town? I've been helping Manifest Destiny get the rail tracks laid. It was a tough job, but we finally got here. Sounds like you could use a drink. Cluncy? I sure could. What have you got? New Amsterdam, a new fashion, and all of Gin Cone. Wow, those stats, level 9, but man, that is expensive, and I do not have the economy for that right now. Oh, so but what's with the huge brawl going on? There's a huge, bye-bye barman, there's a huge brawl? So there is. Alright. Oh boy, another spittoon, let's go! What's with the excitement? I've given up. This is the last spittoon in the game, and I'm not going to try and convince you to not be the most disgusting person on Earth anymore. Let's go! Let's do it! Yeah! Search that filthy spittoon! You kneel down on the floor and throw your arms around the spittoon, giving the greasy brass bucket a great big hug. How about a kiss? Would you like to kiss it? You know it, baby! You pucker up and give the spittoon a great big kiss right on the rim. Is there tongue involved? Well, I'll leave that up to you, but even without it, it tastes like a burning horse. I love it. I know you do, friend. And if it were legal in this county, I'd let you marry that spittoon and have a beautiful romantic honeymoon night with it. But unfortunately, you're going to have to settle for wearing it as a hat. Yes, please. You flip that beautiful brass bucket over and slap it onto your head, drenching yourself in hot brown tobacco spit. It washes down over your face and hair like a sewage waterfall. Sorry. Almost getting action with my gag reflex. Soaking your clothes, running down your collar, and slithering into your underwear, and filling your boots. I can't even force myself to describe it in any more detail than that. You are the world's foulest human being. Congratulations. You got an item, spittoon hat. Hooray! Wow. What is the spittoon hat? 6 mysticality and 11 spell damage. Yeah, I think we deserve that. I mean, don't get me wrong, the prototype Stetson was pretty good, but I can also make that better too. 6 Moxie was nice, but I can slap something on that with ease. You got like what, what's an electric snake? Nah, that's spell damage. Was it rattlesnake? No. Was it cold snake? No. I think it was a sick python. Nope, that's not it either. What else was it? Oh, it was something I could add to it, I think. What's this strange lamp? Use it. This isn't a good place nearby to set this up. You'll want to do it where you live. Where you live? Oh, okay. Oh, so then we need to just go back. Perspicacity and skill. Wow, that is weird. Slosh, slosh, slosh. Pocket knife. Alright. This lady has a rock in her whiskey. Whiskey on the rocks, eh? So, that was a little funny the first time I heard it today. So by now it should be a laugh riot, right? Mm-hmm. Seriously though, why are you ruining that whiskey with that rock? I'm not here to drink. I'm doing important research. What kind of research do you do? I'm testing the effects of various liquids on hypercrystalline thermomorphic diorites. Today's liquid is ethanol. Maybe I'm going out on a limb here, but I'm guessing you're some kind of scientist? Good guess. Specifically, I'm an arcanogeologist. Arcano-magical rocks? Hey, not bad. You got it in one. Dr. Josie Morton, at your service. Hi, I'm White shooting at me. My second guess was going to be buttholes, but rocks don't have those. Not typically, no. Wait, you said Dr. Josie Morton? Any relation to that Emperor guy? Who? There was a weirdo outside calling himself Emperor Norton. Are you asking me if I'm related to someone because our last names rhyme? Morton and Norton. Well, not anymore. Have you met the professor? The guy researching El Vibrato out by Gustafsson Gulch? That's him. His work is really intriguing, but our fields of study don't overlap as much as you'd expect. No? I have thought El Vibrato would be right up your alley. There's all kinds of magical rocks in that stuff. Yeah, but those rocks were heavily modified by the El Vibratoans. My interest is in magical rocks in their naturally occurring state. Ah, I see. How's your whiskey experiment going? Not great, but to be honest, I wasn't expecting much. This test really should be done with pure ethanol, but it's too hard to get that out here. So I'm trying whiskey just for the heck of it. But the impurities in it would screw up my findings even if I had any. Well, that's a shame. Hey, your rock just turned blue. Oh, that's unrelated. Hypercrystalline thermomorphic diorite turns blue every 23 minutes. I have a colleague who patented a design for a watch based on that property of it, but a 23-minute watch isn't very useful. Plus, you know, the whole cancer thing. Cancer? Yeah, did you think I wasn't drinking this because of the flavor? It's because I don't want a tumor that can yell its own name. Ah. Well, do you need any help with any of your experiments? Sure, I can always use more samples. If you find any interesting rocks, bring them by my house. Dr. Morton's house. What counts as interesting? I haven't seen any rocks that turn blue. Oh, just anything a rock doesn't ordinarily do. Moving around on its own, defying gravity, displaying rudimentary intelligence. What about a rock that plays the banjo? Have you seen a rock that plays the banjo? Oh no, I was just what-ifing. Jeez Louise, don't get my hopes up like that. Well, I'll swing by if I can find any interesting rocks. Alrighty, thanks. Hope to see you soon. She pays her tab, fishes the rock out of her whiskey, and leaves. You decide there's no sense in throwing the bathwater out with the baby, and you pocket the whiskey. It's baby with the bathwater, but bathwater out with the baby. Whiskey without the rocks. Wow, 23 spell damage. That's nuts. Alright, we'll dive into this Frisco Fracas. Oh yeah, these guys don't have a chance. This snake whip does like nothing to humanoids. How much of these do I have, I wonder? Probably too many. Patooey! And hiya! A drunken oaf. Just barely got him. Decent wine. Nice. Alright, well let's go back to... I want to see what that lava lamp does, if anything. What's this? Flyer, a comedy flyer. You read the garbage. Turns out to be a flyer for a comedy shack up north of Frisco. Jot down the location on your map, then throw the flyer away. Wasco's Comedy Shack. Alright. So that's the Comedy Shack. We got Dr. Morton's house, last requester stand. But we're going to finish this briefer episode off by... I want to just check and see what that... Sweet. 278 meat. I always would say... I would never say no to 278 meat. Oh, what's this guy? Cactus Bill? Didn't expect to see you around these parts. Well, I gotta admit I got a little envious when I saw you leave Boring Springs, and I figured I'd hitch a ride out west to see what I could see. And just look at this place. So much hustle, so much bustle. Yeah, there sure is a lot of both of those. Hey, nice pot. Well, thank you kindly. So, what's new? Well, to be honest, what's new is a profound sense of longing and loneliness. I'm sorry to hear that, Bill. Well, it is what it is. I was hoping I'd run across a similarly lonely cactus lady somewhere out here, or failing that, a normal human lady looking to marry a cactus. No luck. Not yet. Of course, getting around is a bit of a challenge, but us cactuses live a long time. I'm sure I'll meet somebody someday. Well, I'll keep an eye out. Heck, I sure would appreciate it. You betcha. Alright, Gary. Let's now... I want to see this... I want to see our strange lamp. You put the strange lamp on your table. Groovy. Cool. I could keep watching that. I was expecting a little more, not gonna lie. Uh-oh. I should be careful not to insult myself too much. If it gets higher than 4, I'll pass out from the rage. Nice view from up here. Ah. So there should be something in this area, I'm thinking. Just by process of elimination, this just seems really vacant, and I don't know why. But that is going to do it. So we've gotten the train back to Frisco. We now are in the final section of just finishing up this whole desolate, lonesome coast. And then, oh wow, this thing definitely is... I need to get my hornswoggling up a little bit. I've got some skills to level up, so I will we'll work on that next time. But until then, yep, thanks. Don't mention it, boss. Don't mention it. Or I'm the boss, technically. Do mention it then, please. We have made it now to Frisco, so we're gonna pick it up where we left off in the next episode. And until then, I have been the Jackie Pie. I hope you guys have enjoyed, and I will see you further down the line. Bye bye.